Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, surrounded by towering mountains and a river that flowed like the wisdom of ages, there lived an emperor. His palace was magnificent, filled with the finest silks and the most intricate sculptures. But these material riches were not enough to soothe his restless spirit. For though he ruled over many, he sought something elusive, to be seen as a man of profound wisdom. One day, two travelers arrived in the kingdom. They claimed to be tailors, but unlike any who had come before, their eyes gleamed with the light of hidden knowledge, and their words were woven with the subtlety of a serpent's dance. They whispered to the emperor, "We are not mere tailors, your majesty. We craft garments made not of thread, but of the soul's light. Only the enlightened, those who have transcended their own ignorance, can see the beauty of our work." The emperor, whose heart was hungry for understanding, was intrigued. "Make me these garments," he commanded, "so that I may wear them and know the truth of my wisdom." The tailors agreed, setting to work in a grand room where they pretended to weave with invisible threads. Days passed, and yet they produced nothing. But when the emperor's advisors came to check on their progress, the tailors explained, "Surely you can see the fine details of this fabric, how it shimmers with the brilliance of the stars." The advisors, terrified of appearing foolish or unenlightened, nodded in agreement, praising the unseen work with nervous smiles. Soon, the emperor himself went to see the progress. Though his eyes perceived only empty air, his mind, clouded by his desire to be wise, whispered otherwise. "You cannot admit you see nothing," a voice inside him warned, "for if you do, you reveal your ignorance to all." "Ah," he said, with a forced smile, "yes, it is indeed exquisite." The day came for the emperor to reveal his new clothes to the people. The streets were filled with anticipation as he strode through them, wearing nothing but his faith in the tailor's deception. His heart raced, but he masked his fear with the calm dignity of a man who believes he must be beyond questioning. But he was naked. The people, too, were caught in the same snare of doubt. One by one, they whispered to each other how magnificent the emperor looked, terrified to be the first to admit the truth, that there was no clothing, no shimmering garment of enlightenment. But then, from the crowd, a child's voice rang out. "The emperor is not wearing any clothes." The words cut through the illusion like a blade of light. Silence fell over the crowd, but one by one, they started laughing, until the whole crowd was laughing at the emperor. The emperor froze, his soul standing naked before the truth. But in that moment, he realized the depth of his own blindness, and he too started to laugh because he understood that he had not been seeking enlightenment, but validation. He had not wanted wisdom, only the appearance of it. He turned his gaze inward, understanding for the first time that wisdom is not something that can be displayed or adorned. True wisdom is the courage to see things as they are, even when the truth lays one bare. So the emperor smiled, a true smile, his first true smile in ages, not of pride, but of release. He stood tall in the clarity of the moment, no longer a prisoner to appearances. He continued his walk, not in shame, but in the quiet confidence of one who had begun to understand the journey within. You see in life, in your life, true wisdom and enlightenment come from within, and they require the courage to face the truth, even when it exposes your vulnerabilities. Seeking validation from others or relying on appearances to seem wise leads to self-deception. Stay humble. Acknowledge your own ignorance. Don't take yourself too seriously. Go through the growth and gain real insight. Wisdom isn't about what others see in us, but about how honestly we see ourselves. This is Dare to Do Motivation Stories. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed.